What's up, guys? Monster Michael Todd here. Today's video, I'm going to be breaking down Ermes Gasparini versus Dave Chafee to see if I can find out anything I can use against Ermes in my upcoming match. All right, got the guys coming to the stage right now, getting the grips. They just shook hands. Dave has such a long arm and such a big hand. I think at this time, Dave was still ranked pretty high. I don't know if he's ranked as high as Ermes. I don't think so. But this is a good match. Looking overview, shoulders need to be squared a little bit more on Ermes, but well, they just straightened Dave and they moved him back. Looks like we're probably going to go to referee's grip. All right, here we go, the referee's grip. Closing down the thumbs, closing the hands. Closing Dave first. Ermes isn't keeping his elbow down. He's not comfortable. All right, got to do that again. I'm surprised there wasn't a foul there. That might have been early on where they weren't just doing warnings and actually weren't even getting warnings yet. They're just letting the athletes go. I think they're a little bit stricter now. All right, so now it looks like they're closing. Are they going to close Ermes first this time? They're going to close Ermes first, which there was no foul or anything, so they shouldn't have closed him that way. Here we go. Both guys loading. Okay. But that's the thing I was talking about. I was just on a podcast with Ingrid and Ermes, and you're talking about how Ermes gets so emotional. He feels something there. He's excited. He's passionate. He's getting revved up. About to get another start again. So I don't think they even gave either one a warning or a foul right there. I guess it's just mutual. They closing Dave first. Closing Ermes. A lot of up pressure. Okay, Dave hits first. Now that's definitely going to be a warning or a foul. I don't know which one. Dave was loading, and he hit back into Ermes' hand there just a little bit. They're back to another referee's grip. Closing thumbs. Looks like closing Ermes first. Here we go. Ermes looks like he's not floating his elbow. He looks good right there, both guys. All right, so they both hit. Dave might have went a little bit early. Looked like he had hand control in the slip, or probably a little bit better position in the slip than Ermes did, but definitely not a controlling position. We got the strap put on now. Still in a referee's grip. Okay, Ermes must have forgot because he had his elbow up high. He's trying to adjust the strap. All right, not supposed to touch the strap. They're supposed to tighten the strap. So here we go. Ermes is sitting on his elbow for that post. Hands look to be in the center of the table. Dave's shoulders a little bit off. Okay, they squared him up. Closing the thumb. I think they closed Dave first this time. Dragging out of center. I don't know. That's just elbow. Ermes moving his elbow. I need to pay attention to this stuff. If he does a lot of this stuff now, I think I can tell the ref and maybe get a warning for him. Ready, go. Boom. So Ermes looks strong. He cracks Dave's wrist, but Dave goes sideways. Ermes is holding from a halfway down position, and now he's surging, looking really good. Dave comes to the flop press. Ermes is climbing, executing perfectly. Dave's in a hard flop. Ermes is very close to pinning. Transition around for his press. So elbow comes off the pad. So that meant he was coming in for a press with his pec dexing side pressure, and the side pressure, Dave, forced him off the side of the pad. He couldn't quite get that connection that he needed, but that's a very good move by Dave, and a very strong and very good technical arm wrestling by Ermes. I think Dave went for the press a little too early. Like he comes towards it, he didn't apply enough back pressure to get a little bit better position in the press. But he's just such a strong guy, and the press was something kind of new to him at that point. All right, here we go. About to do a referee's grip. All right, square the shoulders on both guys. Pushing down the fingers. Make sure they're in the center. Closing thumbs. Close Ermes. Close Dave. Let's see what happens. A lot of back pressure. A lot of hammer curl pressure from Ermes. He cracks Dave's wrist. He surges sideways. Dave's opened his bicep just a tad, and Ermes is able to keep that connection and go sideways with him. Exactly what he needs to do. Dave jumps in for that press, and he's got a decent position there. Ermes is climbing, doing everything right. Ermes is such a technical arm wrestler. Dave is in a great position, but I can see this transitional press going to be coming from Ermes, it looks like, because he's walked so far out of the strap. Here it goes. Perfect technical arm wrestling. Dave didn't really do much to defend him climbing. He was completely committed to the flop press, and he didn't keep his fingertips hung on. I think there's a few things he could have done in the match to maybe get a better outcome. Let's watch this instant replay real quick. It's perfect technical arm wrestling. I mean, climb, perfect transition, boom. His transition to a press is one of the best in the game. Like, he has hand control. You can see him push with his hand. He walks a hand. You'll see him push and then come on top of it. Never gives up center, never gives up control. Perfectly executed arm wrestling by Ermes. I gotta admit, that's some quality arm wrestling for Ermes. Talking about quality, if you're looking for a quality duck fishing boat, you got to check out Havoc Boats. Havoc Boats, engineered for hunters, anglers, and thrill seekers. Built for performance, strength, and adventure. Durable designs with I-beam ribs and patented step transom for top-tier speed and strength. Versatile and reliable, from duck hunting to bass fishing. Havoc Boats handles it all. If you're ready to dominate the water like a champion, check out Havoc Boats today. And tell Monster Michael Todd sent you. All right, here we go again. This is second start. Closing Ermes' hand. Ermes' hand isn't closed. He's floating his elbow. See, all this stuff, when you're in referee's grip, you're not supposed to be able to do that. And like I said, I think they're more strict with it now than they had been previously. This was East versus West 5, I believe. Closing Ermes. Closing Dave. Let's go. Oh, so Ermes hits, and Dave's hand looks strong. Fingertips hold on to the back of his hand, and he goes sideways for the slip. In that position, Ermes hit and went slightly over to the winning side, and then came right back to center. Dave hits, and they slip and go to the straps. All right, so in the referee's grip again, in the strap. Square shoulders, square shoulders. This is what this offense looks like by Dave. Closing the hand. Ermes floating his elbow, not doing anything about it. Closing the hands. Ready to go. Nope, not yet. Okay, here we go. So that was not a pin, but it was really good side pressure by Dave. They gave him the win right there. Do they call it back? Do they contest it? It was a very good start. I think they are contesting it right now. Okay, we're going to get the replay right here. He's posting hard. He loads and he backs off. Now, that did not look like a pin, but that was great side pressure by Dave. So I wasn't thinking that a side pressure attack would be my best bet because of his hand and wrist is so strong. But I do have a lot more side pressure now, and I'm able to keep my wrist a lot better. So who knows? Maybe we slip, gun strap, and I hit him with some side pressure. That attack from Dave looked really good there. So let's see what happens this time. All right, getting to the referee's grip. Dave's unhappy with how high Ermes is on his knuckle. Okay, there's a lot of complaining about this setup. Ermes is all over the place, not happy at all. I mean, he did just get pinned. So this is what I've heard. I've heard it once he loses a round, he gets flustered, he gets frustrated. And he gets uncomfortable if he doesn't get everything he wants in the setup. So hopefully I do see some wins in this match, and I can get him flustered and maybe keep that roll going. So let's just see what happens right here. So right now, they took away the win, and this is round 2, and Ermes is up 1-0. Here we go. So Dave loses his hand. Way better start by Ermes. He's got all the posts, got the pronation intact, got Dave's wrist cracked back. Dave's coming in for the press way too soon. Perfect arm wrestling, quality arm wrestling by Ermes. I mean, very, very good. Everything about that looked textbook. He did get a better start. The round before that, he did not have that type of pronation engagement on go. Like, he didn't get the same setup. That setup was really good for him, and he took full advantage of it. So Dave is committing to that side pressure. His hand is taken, and now he's just... So you see Dave just comes... He gives up center. Dave, you have to push side. When you're trying to transition to a press, you have to keep pushing with that pec to get behind it. Dave doesn't do it. He has his arm here, and he tried to lay his shoulder behind it. Tried to lay his shoulder behind his hand without keeping that pressure. It allowed Ermes to transition behind it and push straight down. Ermes looks very, very good. Like I said, some seriously quality arm wrestling from Ermes Gasparini. This is round 3. No referee's grip just yet. Both guys look like they may end up getting a start here. Can't see. Shoulders. Let's see it. The first go without a referee's grip. Very good post by Ermes. Very good top row by Dave. Pretty much an even slip. Definitely impressed with what I saw from Dave still. Dave is putting up a heck of a fight when it looks like Ermes is getting a better setup. His pronation engagement on the start looks to be superior. Here we go. Ready, go. Boom. All right, so Dave's riser's dropped. Ermes has hand position. He has height. His knuckles are up. He's sitting sideways. Dave's still applying some side pressure. Ermes isn't in really any trouble. He's just kind of letting it go to the defense, and he's going to start surging sideways, it looks like. Nope. Okay, so yeah, Dave started to come in. Ermes surges sideways. I think this is where Ermes goes for a flop press, right? Watch this. So the foul gets called on Dave before the pin. So Ermes goes from a hand-controlled position to a flop press, because what happens is he notices that Dave's fist is outside his shoulder, so the lane opens up for the flop press. So he just shoots in and presses. So Ermes definitely has a very dangerous press. And we saw that same press in some of the practice pulling that he did with Devin after the last East versus West event. you'd see the match kind of stall, and then Ermes would just go from outside move to a flop press. So it's definitely in his arsenal. I think, okay, so we're at 2-0, 1 foul on Dave Chafee. All right, so he's complaining about Dave's wrist. Dave's wrist looks straight. Looks like Ermes might have the little bend in his wrist. Here we go. Ready, go. All right, so a little bit better start from Dave, like a little bit better hand control. It looks like Ermes' wrist is flat at this position at this time. He's going to hit sideways. You can see him start. Like he's close to being pinned, but I think he's just wearing Dave. Here you go, so that flop press. There you go. That's winner. So even from this position here, from a flat position, he has enough side pressure with his palm to come in and press. Ermes is a very dangerous opponent. I mean, watching these matches, and you see his versatility and his comfortability, like sitting there holding from this position, and then realizing that the easier path would be to go toward him once the hand gets outside the shoulder and apply that flop press. Ermes ends up winning 3-0 against a very formidable Dave Chafee. Yeah, so this is good stuff. Watching this stuff and watching how Ermes thinks on the table is perfect execution. Very good match. Very good arm wrestling. I mean, now look at this. The next start, look at Ermes' his pronation and the height of his hand. You know, Dave's rods was already dumped. And Dave, like I said, Dave just sets into that shoulder versus pushing into the shoulder, protecting his center. And he gets easily transitioned to press. Very good slip right there. Here we go back to the strap match. And this is that first one where, you know, Ermes is over there fully committed to an outside move. And now he goes into that press, pushes Dave off the back of the pad. We got to do it again. Looks good, though. His ability to do this move is nice. Here we go. All right, here comes the final one. Look how close he is, but he's just relaxing. He's letting Dave bleed a little bit. Boom. Beautiful transition. Excellent arm wrestling by Ermes. Definitely some good stuff to take from this match. He's a very complete arm wrestler. Great match for sure. Versatile opponent, strong. I think I know what I need to do to beat him. Now seeing how quickly he will abandon the outside to go to the flop press is good information to have. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Is this good insight? Is this information I get to use? Has Ermes got significantly better since this match? I think his hand and wrist may have even improved some, but his all-around technical arm wrestling seems to be pretty solid. I guess it's time to go hit the weights. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell for notifications.